We're live. Okay. Hey, welcome everybody to the TOEFL classes debate. Sorry. Welcome everybody on the internet to our classes debate. This is the TOEFL class. They've worked really hard this whole semester, and this is in part a chance for them to practice their English, but also to just blow off a little steam and have a little bit of fun with something that might be kind of intellectually energizing. So the way this debate's going to work, the team agreed. Well, first of all, the topic is the death penalty should be abolished in the United States. Altogether, the death penalty should be banned and abolished as a practice. It shouldn't be considered a possible penalty for any crime in the United States. This team over here is going to be arguing yes, we should abolish the death penalty, 100%. And the team over here is disagree. They're going to be arguing no, the death penalty should be at least available, and if not in more cases, it should remain the same. So this team will get 7 minutes to open up, then they'll have 7 minutes. 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, and then at that point we'll open it up for questions and answers and stuff. But let's give all set? Cool. All right, let's give a warm welcome to this team over here. 7 minutes. All right. And when you have 1 minute left, I'll let you know. Okay. So.
I don't think I'll reach it.
Probably not. It's all good, man. All right. Anytime. Go ahead.
Hello everyone. I'm going to talk against the death penalty and why it should be abolished. So the first thing is, if people are like pro-life and they don't want abortions and stuff, and then they go on to say that death penalty should be there. First of all, they are contradicting themselves and they're hypocrites, because if you're telling every child should be born into the world, even if it's not the woman's choice, you should not be taking anyone to someone who's killed people or whatever. You're doing the same thing. That too in cold blood after 7 years. It's not even self-defense, as some people say that it's self-defense. The third thing is, people to amend yourself and then improve yourself. That's what every child gets the punishment for, so he doesn't do it again. But then if you give a death penalty, there's no going back, obviously. And also in cases of error, like if the jury or the judges convict someone who hasn't done the crime and then someone is given the death penalty, you cannot go back, basically. That's because we've seen numerous cases where after 30 years, 40 years of their imprisonment, people are then proven not guilty and they're let out. And if they were to be given the death penalty, there would have been no point in going back and redoing those cases. And the thing with judicial cases is they are a long process and there is a lot of room for error at times, because there's not always evidence, some witnesses may be wrong, and if someone is being given the death penalty, it is the ultimate penalty you can give. Even if you think that the life imprisonment is worse because they're gonna be in prison for life, but they're still gonna live, they're still gonna be taken care of. But if you're given the death penalty, it's basically cold-blooded murder. So, and these are the reasons why I think that death penalty should be abolished. Also, death penalty is not a deterrent to crime as some may think it is, because might even like give people an incentive to kill people, because if they're suicidal and they don't have the courage to kill themselves, they might kill people and then try to get the death penalty. That can be a thing.
Cool, man. All right. It's up to you. Do y'all want to save the rest of your time for later on, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. No problem. All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. So, made their opening remarks. Boy, coming out strong and immediately bringing up abortion and stuff too is pretty confrontational. So, team agree the death penalty should be abolished. They made their opening remarks. Now I'm gonna open it up for team disagree to have up to 7 minutes. Let's give them a warm welcome as the Music BD comes up here at the top. Yay! All right.
Oops. Are you good?
All right. Anytime. Go ahead.
Good morning, teacher. Good morning, friends. As I am on disagree part of the topic, and I'll start with we need to be tough on crime. Everyone agrees that crime is bad and we need to stop it. The fallacy that cruel punishments deter crime doesn't take into account that there are complex social and economic factors that drives crime rates, and secondly that criminal doesn't often plan on getting caught or think tough all the consequences of their actions. I'm giving you an anecdote about Canada. Since Canada stopped executing murder, the murder rate has dropped by 44%. So the point here is that preventing crime takes long-term research into the causes, effective police work, and rehabilitation, all of which can happen without the use of the death penalty.
Okay.
So the 2 point is they did crime. They should do the time. Various iteration of this comment came thick and fast when Mansley began calling for the clemency of Australians Andrew Chen and Mayun Shukumaran, currently on death row in bail for drug offences. Both men acknowledges their crimes and recognizes that they must raise punishment. But the death sentence deprives people of the opportunity to reform. So criminal justice systems the world over have had great success of reform without the threat of death, and often due to programs that focus on offenders. The 3rd point is the criminal justice system is fair. Here, Australians' criminal justice system is largely fair, but that certainly can be said in many of the countries using the death penalty. We know that the death penalty is applied overwhelmingly to the working class, ethnic minorities, and other groups, major groups. This happens not because people in these categories are more prone to crime, but because they have less access to legal resources. We can't give back a life once it is taken, and for one, I would prefer a cautious approach to even the slightly possibility of taking an innocent person's life. Regardless of the country, a fair criminal justice system does not mean an infallible fallible one, errors can and do occur. Number 4 is it is cheaper and more human to execute people. Even a study done in California discovered that it was actually more expensive to execute a person than to keep them in a jail for life. Yes, that's right. The amount of time and money spent to taking a person's life is greater than keeping them in prison. So for those who of you us who think there is a human way to execute, let's reflect on how some executions actually occur. Here, often prisoners are woken with no knowledge they are to be killed, taken to a remote location, tied to a post, and shot in the chest. And governments often keep this information on executions secret, even to the point of lodging some of the guns with blanks, so no one definitively knows who in the firing squad fired the death blow. Whichever way you look at killing another human isn't humans, not even close. And when you get to the details, is simply vengeful and cruel. Here, we can't take back death. We know what system make mistakes, and we are lucky enough to live in a country where the majority of people oppose this cruel punishment. This knowledge gives us an opportunity, chance to ask our neighbors in the region to end these practices. Today, thousands of people will start movement and light candles at vigils all across the country and backslides towards execution in Asia. It might sound simple, but we shouldn't underestimate the capacity of group of here in the world to change.
Okay.
That's it.
Perfect. Look at
Thank you.
Cool, give me a hand, everybody. Yeah, I appreciate it. All right, thanks. Yeah, I know you guys are still preparing for the upcoming one, but yeah, take courage. You'll do just fine. They'll probably want to have an audience. So thank you for that. Here's a pen back here. So this team has 7 minutes, and this team has 7 minutes. And now I'm going to give you all 5 minutes to make a rebuttal. Again, this team again, if you all watching at home are agreeing, yeah, the death penalty should be abolished. And this team over here was intended to argue that no, the death penalty should not be abolished. But at any rate, here we go. 5 minutes for rebuttal. This team over here. Let's give her a hand, everybody. Yay! Perfect. All right. Okay. And anytime you want. Go ahead.
Yeah, so our team has some supporting detail or things that go against your point of view. So we have 5 reasons that you should abolish the death penalty. The first one, you cannot take it back. So have you ever tried to think that if you're killing the wrong person because you not have enough evidence or in the investigation have something wrong and you're killing the wrong person? So we have our own anecdote, like Georgia Stanley with a 14-year-old boy who had been killing because people said that he was killing 2 girls, but actually in 2014 they would find out the girl was killing by another man that already dead. But you cannot take his life back, you know. And the second point that it doesn't deter criminal. There is no credible evidence that death penalty deterred crime here effectively than a prison term. So there is, since 1976, there is several countries that already abolished the death penalty, and until now, like 2019, there are Finland, Hungary, Australia, and the crime is there, and you know, they are better than the U.S. So there are only 56 countries that still use the death penalty, including U.S. But in the United States, there are 21 states that not use the death penalty for the criminal. For example, like Hawaii, Illinois, Michigan, and New York, etc. So, and therefore, there is no human way to kill. The nature of the death penalty only continue to replicate the cycle of violence and may not elevate the pain already suffered by the victim family. And the last one, it makes a public spectacle of an individual death. So I think the bottom line, like, do you think it will lead to the criminal to do the crime again if you kill them? So that usually people think, but are you sure you're doing the right way, that you're killing them? That can stop the crime for nowadays? That's my part of it.
What a challenge you. Is that it? That's okay, cool. All right. I'm asking you. I was like, oh, hey, we're well organized too. Again, first of all, I guess I'll mention that both teams. I heard this word. So everybody say human. And you're trying to say humane.
Yeah, humane. Yeah.
Humane. Yeah. Is this word we were reading? Yeah, earlier. Yeah. This means this is an adjective meaning like ethical, compassionate, or decent. Human is a noun. Humane on the second syllable with the e, etc. This FYI for your information. All right. So now this team gets a chance to come back with some rebuttals, and again, this side is arguing no, we should not abolish the death penalty. We should keep it for some cases at least. Okay. No? So anytime you want. I'll probably just sit down with Deborah one-on-one or something later on. Yeah, so that's all good. Yeah. You ready to go, Ms. Marine?
Yes.
All right, okay. Let's give her some confidence. Yeah, get in front of people. We're all friends here. Okay, we're all friends. No worries, no worries. All right, anytime you want. Yeah, go ahead.
So I would start with like saying, if a man has taken life of another man, then he deserves death.
Okay.
If they have committed murder or crime, they do deserve death penalty. And since our societies nowadays have the highest interest in preventing murder, it should use the strongest possible punishment available to deter murder, and that is death penalty. And if murderers are sentenced to death and executed, potential murderers will think twice before committing any crime. I do support death penalty. I do not think we should reward murderers by keeping them in air-conditioned prisons and feed them every day. And if they are worthless to society, they should get out. But also, I do not want my taxes going to keeping a murderer alive. I will give you one example. There was one rapist, a rapist who raped and beat 3 women and was set to serve up to 25 years in prison. But due to good behavior in prison, he gets out in 6.5 years. And then within 5 months, he strikes again twice, and now he's set to serve another 35 years. He needed death penalty. Also, okay, think about the families and the people, those who these people have ruined, and yet you still want to support them by giving them a place to live. So I do not think we should abolish death penalty. Also, if you are saying that they are not 100% guilty, but nowadays there are DNA tests and also new technologies and other methods. So there is not, it cannot effectively eliminate almost all uncertainty as to the person's guilt or innocence. So I think it shouldn't be abolished. That's it. Thank you.
Cool, all right, cool. And that's it? You want to use it? Yeah, cool. Go ahead. Oh, look at that. They were so, I think you persuaded them. Yeah. You're applauding you. They were persuaded, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. All right, so at this point, while everybody is kind of listening to both debates, and of course everybody probably already has their own opinion about it coming in, when you have your survey that you're filling out, of course, you're going to fill out and vote who won the debate, not necessarily which position did you agree with, necessarily, right? And by the way, you can keep them anonymous. I know there's only 4 of you. They're going to figure out who's going to You're going to figure it out anyway. There's like probably more people over there than there are over here. No, almost, yeah. Anyway, now the teams are going to do their closing remarks. You don't necessarily have to bring up anything new. You can just do a summary, etc. Okay, let's give her a hand in 2 minutes for the closing remarks. Yeah, give some confidence. All right. Okay, anyway. That's right. Yeah, we're going to 2-minute conclusion now. Okay, sounds good. Anytime, go ahead.
You got this.
Well, guys, after hearing the positive and negative aspects about the death penalty, in conclusion, we think that the death penalty should be abolished because there is more powerful negative aspect to put danger the society. The first one doesn't delimit the danger to kill the innocent. The second, there is no have effective domino effect to the society. Countries or cities where no abolish that penalty, there is more crime, more violence in these cities. Don't abolish the death penalty is not achieved at the same society more safe. Society more safe.
There you go.
The fourth reason is discriminatory because people who don't have money to pay a good lawyer to defend is more vulnerable to go to that penalty. And the more important aspect is if somebody violates the human rights, the police, they just will be do the same with the people who attack another people. I forgot the word.
Okay.
So you are convicted for a crime. Would you do the same if you kill one person and the justice will be killed again? The person who do the crime.
Okay.
That's
it.
That is our point.
Great. Okay. Give me a hand, everybody. Yay! All right. Powerful summary, like one after another, bullet point. Easy to follow. That made it easy to follow too, what you were trying to say. Cool. All right. And now we're gonna open up the last 2 minutes to give just a quick summary. I guess if so funny, it'd be funny if Deborah watched it. That's right. You gonna do it? Okay. Fantastic. Yes. And after that, we'll you all can start thinking about some questions y'all might want to ask each panel. All right, here we go. Anytime you want. Go ahead.
Okay, the society has always used punishment to discourage, and here society which should be ban the death penalty like one of them. And in some states, including Alabama, we have seen that the death penalty has helped them lower the rate of violent crimes. And death penalty would also make people more secure. In some countries like South America and the Far East, they have very severe penalties, and for them minor crimes. And United States is one of the most linear countries in the world as far as discipline. If we had the death penalty, all people would be able to use the streets even in troubled areas also. In conclusion, I would like to say, look at this logically and throw away your faith and statistics. I would like to add up that law would make a major difference. It would make our streets safer, people more secure, and make a better world to live in. The death penalty is a definite plus for our society as well. Thank you.
Give me a hand, everybody. Yay! All right. Gracious team. Yeah. Okay, so I'll open it up. Okay, so I'm just curious. I always do this. The people that are over here on this side, I don't know if the camera's still working or not because it kind of froze up here. But anyway, of the people that are on this team here, when you pick the piece of paper randomly to be put in the team, do you agree that, does everyone over here agree that the death penalty should be abolished? Todd, you
Yeah.
you got picked in the right team? Okay, everything you said pretty much reflects your own personal belief. Did you have a personal belief about, did you want to share it? Do you agree that death penalty should be abolished? No. Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay, fair enough. That's it. There's some.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something nice we still need to use that penalty.
Okay, fair enough. Oh, so we made a challenge for you to argue the opposite point. You agree with that? How do you feel about it personally?
Not all.
Okay.
I don't agree at all.
Gotcha. It should be reserved
I
for some
have my
cases.
reason to agree and disagree.
Fair enough. Okay, we'll leave it at that. All right, thanks. Cool. So that made it challenging for this team to say, okay. Now, I'm just curious on this side here. Well, now, you guys were, of course, randomly put in this team. Do you agree that the death penalty should be kept around in certain cases? Maureen, do you have an opinion? Oh, you do? Okay. Okay, in certain cases it should be. Did you have an opinion about it personally, Ms. Veely?
As we discussed with you,
Okay. Yeah. So you're on the right team.
personally,
Yeah.
personally, I'm on the disagree side, so definitely.
Okay, fair enough. Cool. I'm just curious.
Hey.
I know. Everybody's in time out. Yeah. And anybody out in the audience have any questions or comments that anybody wants to make toward in the panel? None? Not necessarily. Everyone want to ask Taha? He's the one guy.
Yeah.
Wait, more about what he feels?
I mean, it's inhuman to kill people, and
Okay.
it's so ancient. If you're gonna kill people who kill people, is that really what you want to do? If it's basically an eye for an eye, no?
Oh, hey. I hear you saying. So you archaic.
Yeah.
Not a good word. Fair enough. Okay. There's a lot of people who agree with you. Fair enough. You have an answer? Yeah. That's fine.
If we abolish the death penalty, the criminals we give them good way to commit a new crime.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a lot of ways
It's
to
not
keep
fair
people
to,
in check.
it's
I
not
mean,
fair to
there's-
abolish,
No, there are so
Yes.
many, like, like government has like, okay, bails and everything, if you are giving, okay, you have done crime, for example, you have done crime and just, okay,
There are certain crimes
you are just giving
you cannot be
punishment like
given bail for.
this
first of
this
all.
years or like this way. After all, what will happen when you come out?
I give you an example like
Someone who is convicted of rape,
Yeah.
until he is proven like not guilty, will not be given bail.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
okay.
What-
I mean, it is not necessary that everyone gets bail.
Yeah. You're arguing for life imprisonment And
Yeah, life in prison,
right,
but
but-
what will happen? What will happen?
It will change over time. People grow up over time.
yeah, I'm gonna let him weigh in. Go ahead, Jamie.
Let me
You.
know about what do you think about the person who killing in Los Angeles by shooting lots of people?
Oh, yeah, mass shooting. Yeah,
Put them in
Like,
solitary or something.
Yeah.
It has to be.
No, see,
A penalty
if you
for
put him
him.
in jail, he has like 30 years to reflect on what he's done,
Mhm,
and
yeah.
maybe he'll change one day.
I hear you saying. Okay.
Even if he doesn't,
Why?
he's still not gonna come out and harm people again.
Why
Okay.
should we have to people who has a criminal mind and who committed a serious crime?
Yeah.
Why?
Uh,
And why the all the United States person?
Just sit there, man.
Yeah. There's a chair open. There's a chair open now. Okay.
Yeah, I really like this point, yeah.
Yeah.
So
You're right.
is that any right? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a big follower of Mahatma Gandhi, and he always proposed like non-violence is always the answer.
Okay.
And if you're gonna kill people, isn't it violence?
I mean, it depends on person.
Swami Vivekananda.
Some change and some not.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Oh,
Yeah,
Hassan.
so
Yeah.
the some people that change should be given a chance, no?
Go ahead, Hassan. You wanted to weigh in. Did you want? Oh, you had a question for these people over here? Okay, go ahead, Hassan. Yeah.
Some people are innocent, and I mean the judgment can understand after years. You know, I saw many examples. So what happened if
I think there was
somebody
a case recently.
He's directing it over here. Yeah. I'll let you respond.
somebody get that punishment and innocent? Like, well, we can do because they're
What if someone is executed and they
Some-
turn
yeah,
out to
I
be
mean,
innocent?
and they
Who
realized
are innocent.
he wasn't guilty.
There you go. That's how you say it. Yeah. What do you say to that?
I would say, like, before giving a death penalty, we should really see whether that person is 100% guilty or no.
Yeah.
And, like, check everything and then give
Yeah,
the
check
penalty.
all
I do not
background, check
support-
everything, and yeah, she is
I
right.
do not support any, like, if
Okay.
giving death penalty to the one who
Let's
is
say-
not guilty.
One minute.
Let's say what was the president of United States killed? I forget his name.
John F. Kennedy.
Yeah.
Oh, Jonathan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Murdered. You know, couldn't find. Yeah.
You couldn't find the
That-
murderer.
Yeah. They couldn't find the murderer, and somebody got punishment. I don't know if he was the, you know, the real murderer.
Yeah, he was also assassinated.
Yeah, I
too,
mean
but-
there are many, like
But I believe that crime
unfair
is crime.
judgment.
Crime is crime in front of everyone, in front of thousands of people. You have done crime, so that's the you can see. And
But they couldn't find real murderer. They
Okay.
found someone else, and they, I mean, they didn't. kill him.
Yeah, like, you're talking about Lee Harvey
Mr.
Oswald?
he
I
is
like your
convinced
example.
because
I
he said
agree
that
with
they
that.
didn't kill him.
I agree with
He's
that. But what you talk about the things happened
Judicial
last time
cases
in
last
New
year,
Zealand.
man.
New
What
Zealand.
happened-
Oh, yeah.
What you say about the things happen in New Zealand?
Yeah.
Mass
Some-
shooting,
One
yeah.
person
All
he is
innocent
live,
people.
live
All
Facebook
innocent people.
and he is flying in a mosque, kill numbers of people.
Yeah.
For 49 people.
What you
Yeah,
give
let me
him?
check my statistics.
What you give him?
I think
You still want to put him in
sympathetic to
prison
the side
or
of what
you-
you're saying is that you're being a little more.
Actually-
your position to say you're a little more sympathetic to the agree side that
No,
probably should consider.
I wanna
it
make
bullshit.
them tired, so this is
No.
my.
Oh, I see. You're just trying to.
Yeah,
You're being a troll. is what
because
you're
they pushed them. I mean, he pushed them a lot, so.
Okay.
No, I mean,
Because
So
what
now
he
he's
has
trying-
given, what he has given example, that was correct, because all innocent people died, and right now, where the
He's a-
criminal, right now.
He was live on Facebook and he is killing people,
Yeah.
innocent people.
put him in
So
jail.
what we gave him?
And then-
We like him to
You know,
allow
you didn't-
like 30 or 40 years of their countries.
I think his position is to say that the alternative to the death penalty is life imprisonment without parole. You're not going to get a lenience.
Yeah.
He's not arguing for leniency. He's just not.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
why would you wanna kill people, man? Basically.
But life in a jail, yeah, like, we can give them everything, like as I said before, all expenses and everything, we have to look it out because we are paying tax.
Yes, that's the point.
So
Why
we
the
have to
people
see
pay
that.
tax
Then-
for the criminals
That's the
who
thing,
commit
you know.
a serious crime?
Any
See?
crime
That
should be
looks
punished
like
with death
doesn't work,
penalty.
by the way.
If that is the case, no one should be put in jail, everyone should be killed off.
It's not like
Is
everyone
that-
should
is that
be
a
killed.
thing?
It's not
A
like
person
everyone,
who
you
commit a
have
serious
crime.
crime.
Serious crime, it's
Who
talk
kills
about
someone
that's it.
like
So see, even if a pickpocket is put in jail for like 2 years, you're using like tax money to fund his
Yeah.
2 years in jail.
That won't work, yeah.
So you should not, you should
for
not put him in
no,
jail. You
no,
should
no,
kill
for
him.
one person to stay in his prison like a loss of money.
But,
We
Yeah,
have
okay.
to give them all the facilities,
Okay.
food,